Imagine, if you will, a family event that you look forward to each year. That was the 4th of July parade in Highland Park, Illinois. Highland Park, a leafy suburb of Chicago, is a wonderful community, truly a community. And every year on the 4th of July, families would ask their sons and daughters to put on that patriotic T-shirt, to carry their little flag, stand out and enjoy this commemoration of the birth of the United States of America. Well, a little over a year ago, that 4th of July parade became a terrible day for so many families. Last year in Highland Park, Illinois, a shooter on a rooftop with an assault rifle was able to fire 83 rounds in 60 seconds. 83 rounds in 60 seconds, killing 7 and wounding dozens before law enforcement could finally identify where he was. One of those was a little 8-year-old boy, a twin, who will be unfortunately disabled for the rest of his life because of the injuries that he sustained. This mass shooting in my home state of Illinois was one of hundreds across America last year. Since 2020, the United States has suffered from over 600 mass shootings every year, almost 2 a day. I ask those who are listening to my remarks to reflect on one fact. There is no other country on earth not engaged in active war where this type of killing occurs on a daily basis. In Highland Park and communities across America, shooters have used military-style assault weapons to cause irreversible harm in just a matter of minutes. I listened to my friend from Wyoming object to the effort to bring this legislation to the floor and cite the fact that we are being disrespectful to gun owners. He made reference to ranchers and farmers in his state and how it's important for them to have firearms. I don't quarrel with that, but I do have to ask in all seriousness, 83 rounds in 60 seconds, that's what a farmer needs? That's what a rancher needs? I think not. This is a military weapon designed to kill people. That's it. Designed to kill massive numbers of people. I don't think that's part of farming or ranching in modern America. Already in this year, there have been 627 mass shootings, including the October 25th attack in Lewiston, Maine, where a gunman opened fire and killed 18 people. Literally, the entire state of Maine was on alert, wondering if this shooter would have another victim. Americans are rightfully afraid when they see their friends and neighbors killed in schools, in places of worship, in bowling alleys, at work, at the mall, at grocery stores. People are asking, what is safe? Mothers and fathers are asking, is it safe to send our children to school? Is it safe to send our children to school? What can we do to stop this madness? It is madness that firearms are now the leading cause of death of children in the United States. Firearms, the leading cause of death of children in the United States of America. Mass shootings with assault weapons are a uniquely American phenomenon. Continuing to allow firearms meant for war to be used on our streets is disgraceful. Last year, Congress took critical steps on gun safety reform with the bipartisan Safer Communities Act, but we must do more. When a shooter is armed with an assault weapon, the number of deaths in a mass shooting is on average twice as high. If we can prevent that many deaths when these tragedies strike by passing an assault weapons ban, what are we waiting for? Finally, I'd like to take a moment to talk about my former colleague and true trailblazer, the late Senator Dianne Feinstein, whose voice and leadership in this fight is an inspiration to us all. Senator Feinstein experienced the devastation of gun violence firsthand the day that George Moscone and Supervisor Harvey Milk were gunned down in the San Francisco City Hall. That was carved into her memory and inspired her response. In 1994, the assault weapons ban was passed and considered a major step forward. Senator Feinstein's work in the Senate and then Congressman Chuck Schumer's work in the House made it a reality. Congress failed to reauthorize this critical legislation, a big mistake. Today, we can honor Senator Feinstein's legacy with the lives we will save by bringing forward this bill. After Highland Park, I said that I hope for our children's sake that we don't run away from the problem. That community and so many others are counting on us to stand up and face this issue head on. I urge my colleagues to unite to do what is right for the safety of American people. Let's pass the assault weapons ban. I yield the floor.